Yes, I remember Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. He was a bit of a nutty, that was. He was always hanging around with a whole host of musicians, and he was a bit of a funny singer. I mean, he was into his soul music, Ozzy was, back in the old days. He was into his soul music. Tony Iommi was a good bloody guitarist, but he chops his bloody fingers off down the factory, doesn't he? We all say, you can't play guitar now, mate. He said, I'm going to have a go, you know. I don't care. I'll work a way out. I'll work a way out of this. I'll make some plastic fingers up. Don't be so bloody saft. I am. I'm going to do it. And he bloody did. And he formed a band. And then he thinks, well, we need to sing for this bloody band. And there's Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, he's off his head, you know. Walking around bare feet. Right? Burgling. He's in and out of prison. He never wants to be the man. He's a bloody nutter. But somehow he got a PA. And so we hired him for Black Sabbath. We got Ozzy in. And he comes out singing. Right? He couldn't write the bloody lyrics. Right? They had to ask Geezer. They said, Geezer, can you write some lyrics? Oh, bloody have a go. Don't mind it. Don't mind doing it. All right, Geezer. They used to call him Geezer. Because he was a geezer. Oi, Geezer. Have you got any lyrics? I have. I've been inspired by horror films. Because I went to bed the other night. I watched a bloody horror film. It was an horror film, and it was bloody scary. Devil Rides Out, it was. It was bloody scary. Got the devil in it. I didn't like it. And I'm in bed. I'm bloody trying to get off to sleep, I am. Trying to get off to sleep. And I wake up, and there's this bloody big black shape at the bottom of the bed. What did you do, Geezer? I went, oh no, please God help me. I shouted it out. And Ozzy goes, that's not bad. Well, I could have that as a lyric. Could you sing that in a song? Yeah, God. If you could do something quite doomy, then what I will do is invent heavy metal. We can invent heavy metal, can't we? That's a bloody good idea, Oz. Shall we do it? Tony, do you want to invent heavy metal? I'm up for it. I've got my plastic fingers ready to go right now. I'm all for it. Let's have a bloody go at it then. Come on then. What are you going to do? Just do something that sounds really scary. What, like I could use this interval of the flat five, says Tony. He says, yeah, that's bloody frightening, that is. Do that. Do loads of that. What are you going to do, Oz? I'm just going to do what you do when you're in bed. I'm going to pretend I'm you, Geezer. I'm lying in bed. I'm going to put myself there. And like at a certain point, right, I'm going to say, what's this shape that stands before me? And then when it gets really frightening, I'm gonna scare myself. Let's do it then. So they get in the studio, they do the old Black Sabbath do, and they're recording all this. They're thinking, what's the else bloody going on? It's frightening, this is. And Ozzy scares himself, and he stands up, oh, bloody hell. Please, God help me, he says out loud, shouts it. It's bloody puts a right tingle up your spine. And you see, that those guys, they liked a bit of the old puff, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like a puff. Right, they didn't like a puff. If they saw a puff, they used to laugh at them. And there were quite a few puffs around Birmingham then. Always used to wear boots, they did. And Black Sabbath, the guys would see them and they go, oh, can you see them? Look at them fairies in boots. Fairies wear boots, that's what they wear, yeah? They do, fairies wear boots. And then they turn around to Geezer, can you make a song up of that? Yeah, I can. I'll make a song. I think I'll call it Fairies Wear Boots. They liked a bit of the old puff, they did. They liked a bit of the old that and a bit of the old puff. But as time went on, they got into the old, you know, the old marching powder. You know what I'm saying? Really bad. Suitcases of it they had. Ozzy seemed to go off his bloody head. He was right nutter, he was. They couldn't keep him in the band. So they kicked him out and they got Ronnie James Dio, you know, the little fella in. They got him in instead. And Ozzy goes off. He's doing all sorts of bloody business then, weird stuff. He's like bloody biting the heads off bats and he's like snorting, showing off to younger bands by snorting ants up through his nose. And they're all doing it. They're right bloody silly. And but he managed to find a good guitarist, bloke called Randy Rhoads. Now, I assume because Geezer was a geezer, they called him Geezer Butler. I don't know why they called him Randy Rhoads. But we can only guess, can't we? But Randy was a bloody good guitarist. But he ends up killing himself by trying to dive bomb Ozzy in his bloody aeroplane. It was right bad, it was. And he's the only thing that kept him straight on narrow was he coughed off with old Don Arden's daughter. I mean, who bloody does that? You've got to be a nutter to do that, really, you have. Cop off with the daughter of Don Arden. And she was pretty hard as well. But he tried to kill her. He tried to strangle her. And then, because of that, he had to do penance and he had to make the Osbournes. That's what he had to do. That's what Ozzy did.